What's up, feasters? Welcome back to another great episode of the Anime Feast. The one and only Dominique here, Matt's dabbing over there. So we'll go
Yeah.
ahead and get over to that introduction. We
What
have
up,
the cool,
everybody?
we have the cool guy, Matthew.
What up, dabs for the world?
Dabs for the world.
Thought dabs were over now, but I guess they're back.
They were never uncool.
Matt's bringing it back.
Yeah.
Now it's retro now.
It's retro.
I guess.
Oh no. 2 years of retro.
And of course, we also have with us Tawan.
Got a chilling surprise for you guys.
Oh my god.
Get your popsicles out.
It's always so interesting to hear what type of puns you guys are going to come up with before shows start. And this is all right, okay. Matt dab, but Tawan with the ice and the popsicles. That is going to pollute us, guys. We today are ranking ice users in anime. So those of you who may have listened to and watched our fire ranking podcast episode, we also put it on YouTube, I believe. This one's about ice users. Not as many in this one, but I mean, great, because there are some good and great ice users throughout anime. There's already some that probably came to mind for you the moment we said ice users, at least one or two. So we're gonna rank them, see who's great at using their ability, who's okay at using their ability, and kind of between all of them, who's the best. So I'm gonna do this for you guys, and we can dive on in. So up first, we're gonna go with a gag.
A gag.
Yeah, because I mean, just like when we had Charizard in there, the Pokemon are kind of gags, right?
A little
Yeah,
bit.
So I'll start with none other than Jinx.
Jinx is just hard because she's also part psychic. I'm gonna refer Jinx as a girl because that's
You can just say
yes. Yeah.
Are there male Jinxes?
I believe so.
I wouldn't.
I don't think the whatever, I forgot what it's called already, but the
Gender?
species, yeah, not gender, but there was another thing. Oh no, you're right. It's 100% females. Just
Yep.
100% female gender ratio. So all Jinxes are females.
Yes. No, she's just complicated because she has a psychic power, but she also does have ice. And with the other two Pokemon too, I mean, I'm not sure where to put her with if we're just talking straight ice power, I think she's a little weaker, and just Articuno also has like the nostalgic taste in my mouth. But
Excuse me?
nostalgic taste?
Why is Articuno's taste in your mouth?
I don't know. That's it was the phrasing I had to say at that time. But I don't know. I put Jinx at C. I think I'll probably put all the Pokemon at C eventually, but that's.
I'd probably put Articuno at A.
We're not talking about Articuno. We're talking about Jinx.
Okay. I'd probably put Jinx at C or a B. Like, solid baseline, nothing to like write home about, but they're a decently strong psychic type. I mean, psychic ice type.
Oh, psychic ice. That's what I think we all think of Jinx more of a psychic Pokemon, I guess, at this point compared to I don't know.
I think of Jinx as ice.
I think Jinx is ice, but
I'm thinking of like all the ice gyms I've ever went to. I'm like, have I ever come across a Jinx where I was just like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And it doesn't happen. It does not happen.
But going against like Glaceon or Articuno, I'm like, okay, now I have to try it. We have to think about this.
That's because Jinx wasn't as commonplace, Jinx wasn't.
Because was she on Lorelai's team in the games?
I have no idea, Matt.
Tawan was more of the Pokemon gamer than me. I don't know.
And I just can't remember, but no, I think she's in C tier for me. At least that's where my vote's going.
I'll put Jinx in C because I think Jinx is a joke. So I was gonna put her in D trash tier, but C can average out. Oh man. Let's move over to one of our fairy tale users. We'll do Leon, Gray's rival.
He's
So
just so
remember, Leon, so Gray Full Buster, they both do ice make magic. So they don't make or control ice, they just kind of make things with ice. But Gray makes tools and like weapons, but Leon actually made animals with ice.
that's when he
Yeah,
was
I
introduced, he like seemed stronger. When he was first introduced, he just seemed stronger than Gray.
Uh-huh.
But in his story, Gray's obviously the more reluctant, whatever the shonen trope, like he overcomes his
Yeah.
power and everything. But and I'm thinking of Leon with at the end of story, so I'm gonna put him as B just because I do love his animal making ice creations. Because he did an elephant, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since Fairy Tale, but I remember
I'm
like I don't know why, but I just remember the scene where he makes like an elephant and just like drops him on people.
Yeah, I agree. I always thought Leon should have been above Gray, just between like, what they could do. And but obviously Gray being the rival of Natsu, the main character, and Natsu being as powerful as he was, Gray was gonna have to be that strong as well. So that's why Gray's more powerful in the end. But I do think Leon should have been better. Um,
Leon should have like put Gray's clothes on when they were training instead of like how Gray takes his clothes off. Leon should have put more clothes on.
bro.
It's like,
I mean,
But
but they both had the same master who made them take off their clothes. Because she's like, you gotta like become one with the ice. Can't be afraid of it.
well, their master's dead.
I mean,
well, she died,
She
so
died. Spoiler, by the way, if you haven't seen Fairy Tale. I think she's brought up pretty early because
yeah,
that
it
secret
all
technique to stop the demon, then Gray, uh,
messes it up.
yeah, he messed it up and it's good, and Natsu stops him, but like he was gonna do it on a thing that was already dead anyway, so it was Natsu actually did smart for once.
But
yeah,
Tawan,
but
what do you think for Leon?
Leon, I think he's pretty powerful. Also, like he's one of the higher ranking people in Lamia scale. His animals are really versatile. Like birds and stuff can fly around and kind of act on their own without his direction. So I'd give him a solid A rank.
Ooh, Leon is an A. So Matt said B, Tawan said A. I I think I'm gonna put him as a man. I think I'll give him an A tier for now, but he's gonna be the end of A tier. So we might get bumped down to B,
Mhm.
but he'll be end of A tier for now. Back to another gag character. We're gonna go none other
Glaceon.
than the lovely evolution. One of
Glaceon.
my favorite evolutions, actually. I think Glaceon is like my top two. Glaceon.
Glaceon's shiny sucks. That's, actually, most of the evolutions shiny
Shiny
suck.
stuff.
Yeah.
Except still, I think Sylveon's the only one that's actually like decently
I
shiny.
I don't know. I kind of like Vaporeon shiny. I like the purple.
I don't mind the purple. It just is not enough change for me. Like I love the different, like when they do like
Well,
opposite
You
color, they
like
go
two
like
tones and
retro.
stuff?
Yeah,
I was like, Jolteon is green, so that's
no,
pretty
I hate
different.
Jolteons.
that Jolteon green is just
I
so
hate
lazy. Such
Jolteons.
all the green ones are like just lazy. I don't know why they just like let's just slap green on there. We're fine. Let's move on. But I don't know. I like Glaceon, but she's pure ice. Like, you have to actually go to like you have to evolve Eevee either in the snow or by the giant icicle in order to get that one.
Hmm.
Because there's no ice stone like every other or most other evolutions. I think the only ones that do stones are the original. Everything else is either friendship or you have to go by like a certain rock, I believe.
Yeah. I will say that Glaceon has the ability like Ice Body or Snow Cloak. So if it is hailing or snowing, they do get like either a speed boost or like health regeneration because of it. So there's that. Um, so I feel like you would teach your Glaceon Ice Beam, Hail, at least for two solid ice attacks.
God, I want to give a Glaceon a hug.
Bro,
So
what?
I just want to go to the desert and just cuddle with it while it cools you down in the hot sun. I'll give Glaceon a B. I'll probably low B by the end of it, but I think it's above Jinx.
I think we need to
I do
get
too.
Matt away from any and every Pokemon. He's weirded me out when it comes to
Yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah.
He's got Articuno. He's got
It's been a
Articuno's
weird
taste in his
weird
mouth.
day.
He's gonna cuddle up on a Glaceon. Jesus.
Yeah, I give Glaceon a B as well. Low B, but definitely a B.
Yeah, much better than Jinx. Glaceon is our first B tier.
Oh,
Glaceon's so pretty.
now you're saying that, like D tier for Jinx. Like maybe actually.
Yeah, Jinx is trash.
Yeah, actually move Jinx down.
Jinx is
I'd be
trash.
okay with that.
Yeah, there we go. Much better. I'm happy. I'm happy inside now.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I definitely think Leon is definitely better than Glaceon. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. Leon can make it Glaceon if he wanted to.
yeah, he definitely could.
Well, we'll dive into the Bleach verse next, and we will do none other than Rukia, the girl that started it all. Really, Aizen started it off, if you really think about it. But
Yeah,
It's
it's all a part of Aizen's plans.
yeah, every single bit of it was Aizen's plan. What, my plans? Sorry. Yeah, so Rukia, especially because, I mean, in the beginning of Bleach, you know, she was a little weakling crybaby. Everyone had to save her all the time. And it was really annoying. It was like a really annoying gag for her. It was just like, she did nothing.
But she didn't have her powers in the beginning of Bleach. So,
Even
like,
still, she was, and she was like a Hado master and stuff, but just like, Rukia was just pathetic. I mean, because I hated her in the beginning. I really did. But
then when she left and then came back, then she's like, "Oh, I'm powerful again." It's like, well, you were never that powerful to start off with. But then you get like her backstory, and she used to be actually kind of a badass.
And I mean, and if you going into like the training, and another 1,000-Year Blood arc hasn't been animated yet, but the manga's been out forever ago and stuff like that, so we know kind of about her. And so those of you who don't know anything about Rukia, you know, fast forward to we're done reviewing her really quick. But she got her Bankai, and her Bankai allows her to completely like manipulate ice and snow and all that stuff, and so much so that she can drop the area around her to absolute zero. And she goes into like a cryostasis form of her own. So like she looks fantastic in that Bankai form, but I think they said she becomes like one of the top tier fighters in all of the Godier 13. So just the thing is, for her, we haven't seen a lot of that, and I'm sure when they do the 1,000-Year Blood arc, like war, they'll animate a little bit more of what she can do and stuff like that. But just that in and of itself, and knowing how good she is with her ice moves even before the Bankai and stuff, I think she's really strong. We just haven't seen a lot of it, so I want to put her at. Damn.
I'm gonna put her below Glaceon, to be fair.
Below Glaceon.
Yeah.
What? You are crazy, Matt. Rukia
Well,
is definitely like, if she's using her Bankai, honestly.
That's only if she's using her Bankai. She's not in her Bankai state the entire time. That's the only. Okay, I'll put B above Glaceon. There we go. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I still have Leon.
Rukia is an S tier for me, if not like a high A tier, but I think she's S or A.
I'll put her as I balanced it out because I was gonna think A, so I'll put her above Leon as an A.
Yeah.
But
I can be
yeah, she's the more that we learn about her and stuff, I think she would definitely make her way up to an S tier again. Because I mean, one of the most powerful users of ice and stuff like that, like from what we've heard, and again, I don't remember seeing a lot in 1,000-Year Blood War, but Rukia is fantastic. I always just think of the drawback of her for the majority of Bleach, and that's why I hate it.
For early Bleach.
Not even just early, majority of it. For the majority of Bleach, Rukia is just
Because was she the vice captain of teams? She was team 6, if I remember correctly. It's been.
But she's the captain of at the end of the thing, she's captain of of number 13. She's 13th captain of the 13th squad. All right, boys. You want next?
Uh, let's go Haku.
Haku with the Ice Keke Genkai.
I just I say my selection because I was like, are they alive or dead? And that's where I'm gonna like Haku is dead, so therefore I can't put Haku in S or anything. But
I was
the
never gonna
mere,
put Haku in S.
I mean, I was gonna put Haku in S. I mean,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were gonna put Rukia below Glaceon in B tier, but you were going to put
well, I was thinking,
Haku in S.
I was thinking more like early for Rukia. Like I'm still, I don't know, like
You have to. Well, I guess you're examining her from like your perspective of what you've seen of Bleach,
yeah,
because you need to see more Bleach to like really appreciate how strong Rukia is.
true.
But,
'Cause I'm,
but
I think I'm like right before the Thousand Year War. Because I just need to reread Bleach and just do
It's
it. But that's
it's being released in the next couple months, so we're gonna finally be there. I'm excited.
yeah,
excited
but
too. I
Yeah,
gotta actually do it.
Haku's definitely not S. I don't even.
Haku would probably be a B tier because he got beat by like
Early Naruto.
pre-Shippuden, like their first real mission Naruto and Sasuke, like and mainly Naruto.
And it just sucks because like Haku could have killed him at any point and just decided not to. Like Haku had the upper hand the entire fight, and and he or she, I can't, I know
Let's say
Haku's yeah, that's yeah, they but Haku just chose not to because they felt similar. I don't know, just you know what I'm trying to say. He felt for Naruto and just wanted to be his friend and just be like, oh, this is how like people should live, not like a shinobi where you're just a cold-blooded murderer.
I mean, it's
And I
also
felt,
because when they first met before the Zabuza thing, like they were very nice. Like Naruto and Haku had like a nice interaction, so it was kind of like, oh, you're that same nice kid or whatever. But now it's like, shit, now you're my enemy, and like I have to kill you. So it was that whole that inner battle. And Haku, obviously, Haku's upbringing was like treated like shit to Zabuza. So it's like, what do you know, like understanding pity for others and like and all that stuff. So. I don't know. I love that it was introduced as like one of the first one of the first Kick Genkais we got outside of like the Sharingan and stuff. And it was very cool to see. The Ice Mirrors was dope as shit. But it was like it didn't last that long. And again, like you guys said, it lost to, you know, Ginning. The beginning Ginning just got headband Ginning
yeah,
Naruto and
Naruto.
Sasuke. Like, and I get it. Like, it was the first time Naruto's little bit of chakra, like Nine Tails chakra, came out, but that shouldn't have outdone an assassin who's been doing this for a while now, and
Yeah,
massive the KK guy. So,
yeah.
yeah, and then like I think of like how are these people going to hold up against a fire user because that's their definite like polar opposite, and I feel like most fire users would be able to deal with Haku pretty easily.
It's like I like Haku as a person. I don't like their power.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say C for just the situation, just because like if we're talking about Haku and like the character development of Haku, I would probably put near A. But since we're just talking about the user, we're talking about the ice user and can beat by getting not Sakura. Sakura might as well just beat Haku to be fair, but but being beat by Sasuke and Naruto, I'm just gonna say C.
I'd go B. Like I think that Haku would be better than Glaceon, but definitely not better than Leon.
All right, I can. I was also thinking B, so we'll do right above. Come on.
Come on.
Get you, come on.
Come on. It doesn't want to work for me right now.
Will any of the others work? Nope.
Oh, my whole computer's spazzing. Okay, no worries. I'll move it in a second. My whole computer's spazzing right now. Let's move to my boy Brook.
Hell yeah, Brooke.
Soul King.
King.
Yo, yo. Oh man, it's just this Wano arc has me just all about some Brook right now. When he freezes, everybody, when the Black Maria fight, and just protecting, being the gate for Robin to kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
But as a whole ice,
As far as ice powers go, I'm gonna say Brook is like a C or D tier. Just because he doesn't really have like ice powers to a large degree. It's really just freezing people with, the cold of the underworld. And me going back and playing Pirate Warriors. That's what I was doing yesterday. The only way, like, he froze him for a second, but he's more likely to incapacitate someone through like song than using ice. So he has that one ability. So
Let's just think of him as an ice user. How is he as an ice user?
he used it well. That's when he does use it.
He's all right. Like I've only seen his power to freeze someone, and I mean I know he can kill someone after that, but like it's just like a one trick pony type deal. So there's not a lot of variability with it. Now look, Brooke, but yeah.
As a person, I give him an S. But as
As an ice user,
but as an ice user, I give him C just because he doesn't have the variety of attacks. But at the same time, he does use when he uses it gets used well. People are frozen. He use it to an extent. Like which is song, the power of music. Oh, cool, you fixed it. Yay!
Yeah, I had to close everything out. I think someone else was editing it somewhere because it's on. I think it's on a public thing and you can use it, but other characters are moved around. So I don't know, but yeah, it's fixed. And I would also agree. Brooks probably like a C. His like using the ice is dope when he does pull it out, but it's really pulled out. It's not his main staple. His whole thing is music, but the chill of the underworld is pretty dope when he does do it. So I would also say C.
Yeah, creativity also A, but power wise D.
Now we're getting to some of the stronger people that we're starting to get around where everyone's about to be AS area. So we're all caught up on My Hero.
Yeah.
So we're to go into Getten. He is the ice user from the Liberation Army that was fighting Dabi. And he can control ice and like the temperature and things. So he can even if he puts a little bit of ice in water, he can then turn all the water into ice. And was able to do a lot of damage and just has a really great use of his quirk. So much so that he was fighting Dabi, a fire user, really, really well. So yeah.
Ice manipulation. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably say he's an A tier. Just to be able to stand up to Dabi as well as he did, because Dabi's flames burn so hot. And he even was able to use like an ice kind of dragon technique against him, which is pretty cool.
Just like a little bit of water can take him a long way. I give him low A.
Yeah, he's definitely not S because he has to have that water component, and if he doesn't, he's not going to be able to use his ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you use like people's saliva as the water ability, but that'll be OP.
I mean, there's nothing saying that he can't, but it's still like it hasn't been shown that he would do something that creative, so I just have to take it at face value at this point and say that he has to have like, a bucket of water. He needs that one Wonder Twin by him to really like.
Yeah.
Put that over there. Let's move this away. There we go. Okay, cool. So I'd agree. Getten's dope. Definitely A quality. So I'll put him between Rukia and Leon.
Yeah.
He's just loving, like, happy to see the fight animated now with the Liberation Army arc. Because probably definitely a top tier ice user, probably like one of the top tiers in My Hero Academia. Um,
Yeah, it's crazy because we don't know what Dobby's siblings can do because they're also ice users, but we never get to
mhm.
see them in action or even their mom.
Yeah, we don't get to see Ray, Natsu, any of them. So, but we do get to see Shoto Todoroki.
Shoto.
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 Get half and half. We get the icy flamey hot boy. Um,
Yeah.
and with his half and half quirk, it kind of allows him to use it exponentially well because he can use both of them so well that, and his body will stay regulated in temperature that it won't like destroy him like it does, like the flames do Dobby or the flames do even Endeavor. Like Dobby's obviously his body can't take it at all, but Endeavor, like his body gets overheated.
Yeah,
Todoroki,
if he
complete regulation inside the body, so he can use some ice powers. And in the beginning of My Heroes, all he
Yeah.
did was use ice. He refused to use flame. So we saw fantastic usage of his ice abilities.
I love him because I mean he had like the giant ice wall in the games in the summer games or the festival games. I can't remember the first. Yeah, in the festival. I mean, and he's only grown from that, and now he's actually using his firepower to help actually regulate his body. I mean, he's the easiest for me. Like, and just seeing the just giant wall, like when you can giant wall somebody and just freeze somebody in there, and then just be able to use powers like that. And that was really My Hero too. That wasn't even like later.
I'm gonna say he's an A rank, just because I'm thinking about these other S rank users, and I'm like, he does not compare.
He's just so young, but at the same time, like
maybe later on he'll be an S rank. I'm not saying that like adult Todoroki would not be S rank, but as he is in My Hero right now, he's an A rank. Like, because Killer would have taken him down even with that ice ability. Like Stain, not Killer.
Stain. I was like,
I was thinking the same. I was like, Killer fighting in My Hero. Interesting.
Stain, the hero killer. Yeah. Like
Stan's getting his redemption arc, by the way, if anybody's got to the manga, we're all very excited that Stan's getting his due justice, but even still, I think. But no, I still think Todoroki. I mean, his ice powers are top tier. It's top tier in the show.
Like, I feel like he would still be below Rukia, in my opinion, personally, because Rukia could freeze him to absolute zero, and like he would, even his fire wouldn't be able to do anything because everything freezes at absolute zero. So
it's up to you, Dom.
Yeah, I think right now what's holding me is I don't think I can place him above Rukia, and so that's making me try to determine if I want to move Rukia up to an S or not.
I really gotta read that part.
Yeah, Rukia's ability is stupid OP. It really is.
I feel like I can kind of justify it the same way we just did Shoto in terms of like it's still so new to her and she hasn't done a lot with it that it's not like, hey, you're a master at it and you're fantastic. Like you broke it out. Like, that's what you did. You got to show it off a little bit and that was it. So we got to see it a little bit. We didn't get to see it.
It's like give her about another 100 years.
Yeah.
100 years.
Yeah. Like let her get even a smidgen of the training that like Yamamoto had with his, and then it's like, okay, this ice use is the shit. But right now it's kind of like, okay, like your ability is cool, it's OP, but you barely cracked the surface of being able to use it. So for now, I'm gonna hold you back. But like Matt said, like the show when like the not the music festival, but the festival, like the fighting and everything, especially his fight with
Midoriya.
Midori. I was like, what the hell is the main character's name?
Deku.
I was like, Bakugo. That's the wrong character. Deku.
Such a sussy fuck.
The ice he used in that, just like he would have lost if he didn't even put the ice wall up to stop him from falling out of the arena and things like that. Like he has such mastery over his ice because again, that's the only thing he would use for years. That his training is really well on there. I mean, summoning ice walls like it's nothing, like in a blink of an eye. Even out the jump when that whole arc or that whole like training thing was happening, that whole tournament was happening, he froze all the opponents behind him like that. The moment they said go, he froze everyone and took off. The only people that escaped, I think, were I think Bakugo was the only one who escaped actually. He like saw it coming or whatever and blasted off from the sky to avoid it. So like Shoto's up there. He's between A and S. I would give the same reasoning of like he needs more training. So
We just need like a double A tier, like right below.
what I should have done was do an S tier and then an SS tier,
Yeah.
and then this could be it. This could be dope.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, give me 1 second.
We want to do it
We might
again.
go back
Then we can move. Then I can see moving. Was it Rukia to S then, or at least you guys for your reasoning for.
I hate ads.
I love
Oh, wait.
ads. Let's go to ours right now.
Oh no! What happened to my? Oh wait, did it do it wrong? I don't think it gave it to me.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
That's fine.
We've committed.
If we did have SS, then I would start doing some of that stuff. But okay, yeah. So I like where this is at right now. People will probably get moved in the end. I don't know. Like just starting to compare people. Ugh.
Like I could move Glaceon down, but that would be the only thing I'd really change right now.
Man, I'm gonna leave it. Okay,
I'm happy with it right now.
I'm gonna leave it for now.
The S.
We ha-
Well, some S's. Let's get Articuno out of the way so we can
Yeah,
Yeah,
talk about the big boys.
Fine, we'll get Articuno out of the way. Articuno's clearly an A.
yeah.
Articuno starts with A.
Articuno is a legendary ice type Pokemon who is one of like the regulators of, things around the earth. Like they could destroy the world, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos, which they almost did in that Pokemon 2000 movie. Yeah. Articuno can also make snow from their wings, so they also have that ability like
Passive ability.
Yeah, hidden cloak or snow cloak or whatever. So its evasion would be like through the roof while it's flying around, so it can alter the weather itself. Also it has a Galarian form, which looks pretty badass.
I hate its Galarian form. I hate
Moltres Galarian.
Just a quick tangent because of what Juan just said. I hate all of their Galarian forms. Well, let me correct my. Moltres is decent. Zapdos is the ugliest thing I've seen in my life. I hate their Galarian forms. But, yeah, Articuno, like Tawanta, just how great Articuno is. And, I mean, also Articuno's a beauty and just like that. One of the first legendaries we meet. I mean, absolutely has to be an A tier for me.
Yeah, I'm down for low A for.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it'd be above Leon.
Yeah, cool. Perfect. We agree on that spot. Leon, I'm sorry about the disrespect, but like you just it's Fairy Tail's fault.
It's Fairy Tail's fault. Yeah,
it's Fairy Tail's fault.
You can blame Gray.
Yeah. Blame your rival. You had so much potential and it's Fairy Tail's fault.
All right.
Oh man. Well, Tawan, you just said Gray. So let's get into Mr. Fullbuster.
Gray is great.
The Devil Slayer himself.
That is the only reason he's gonna be as high as he's going to be. If it was Gray before he got the Ice Devil Slaying magic and it was just Gray Ice Make ability and stuff, he's a B tier for me. The Devil Slaying magic that he got and just how badass it truly is and what it can really do.
I love after the training arc, after Nazi's training arc and being reintroduced is like Gray turn evil. I don't know. That just did it for me. I love Gray. He has my heart, and
he has Juvia's heart too.
Yeah. So I'm S for Gray.
I was like, I think literally every character on here is going to be S.
Oh, so are you putting Gray at S, Twan?
Yeah, I'm definitely putting Gray at S here.
Okay, so I guess I'll have Gray at S. He'll probably be my lowest S.
Yeah, I think he might be the lowest, but that's.
But yeah, Gray. I mean, we don't have much else to say. The Devil Slaying like ice magic is it's completely overpowered, and truly the only reason he was able to keep up with Natsu in the end with like his end form and all that stuff. But
If you think about Gray's power, he has like the ice equivalent of like a Green Lantern ring, like because he has ice make power and he literally just uses it to make tools, a
yep,
lance, javelin, cannon.
that's
So
why I
yeah,
thought Leon's was cooler because I mean, there's only so many like cool tools you can make, but there are millions and billions of animals to make. So, but yeah, that Devil Slay Magic gets great to an S tier. I'm sorry, Rukia. I might have to move you up, girl, because I just
she's an S tier. She's
Well, put her low S and lower than Gray.
I don't know about lower than Gray.
like I feel
She has. If she doesn't use Bankai, she's not.
I feel like Gray might have an advantage because she's a Shinigami, which is I don't know. I guess it could be a devil or a god or some form of that. So I feel like it still has a slight advantage.
Whatever will help you sleep at night,
You're,
Dom.
you're saying that right now. Look, oh, it's so hard. Guys, what do you tell? Those of you listening, tell us what you think. Does Rukia deserve an A or an S? Like, it's such a big thing. If you're caught up all the way, is she A or is she S? I don't know. Anyway, we'll move to man. The last three characters are so great. One of them is my favorite character in Bleach, so I don't know if I want to go to them next.
Aokiji.
You okay, Tuan? You called it. Aokiji.
Yeah.
Aokiji in a lot of things are ranked as is talked about as the greatest ice user in anime.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I agree with it. I think he's definitely top three. I don't know if he's number one.
Like I think he is I feel like it's just the power scaling of certain universes, but I don't know, we've seen a lot of, evidence of why he's an S rank user and but I hate that he lost to Akainu in One
Mhm.
Piece. So that like pulls him down and is like, he's not absolute.
That's because of Magma, man.
Magma,
Magma's hot.
But
It melts
Magma's just
ice.
super
oh,
overpowered, but no, he's still. Aokiji is easy yes. There's no.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
when he
he lost one battle, and that took
when he
10
did
days.
Ice
That yeah.
Age, yeah, it took 10 days. I will
Days.
say that.
And change the complete atmosphere of a continent, like or of
Yeah,
an island. Like
Yeah.
completely frozen forever. Like so, at that point, would his devil fruit be awakened? I was looking at that, and people were suggesting that.
it's we don't we can't answer because we don't know.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, also when he did like Ice Age from that island and just like
Hmm.
touched his finger to the water and was like, "Don't worry, it's frozen for 2 weeks, hundreds of miles to the next island." It's just like,
Yeah.
what?
He rides his bike on the ocean, so like he doesn't
On
think about like he probably run on the ocean too, just like had his feet being cold and just like
yeah,
if he really wanted to, like he'll never drown. Like he's probably the closest to a water user in One Piece than anybody else.
he he's literally the only one that kind of doesn't have a weakness to the ocean because he can always freeze the ocean immediately after touching it, which
Yeah.
like it just puts him a tier above every other devil fruit user in One Piece.
He's only taken one L2 that we know of.
Yeah,
And
and
also like and then like also like freezing. I don't know, like even then the attack of Oran or Robin's Island, home island,
O'Hara.
O'Hara, thank you. But like just freezing Saul, doing everything. I mean, he's just too powerful, man.
Yeah, Kuzan is. After I said it, I don't know if he is number one. I think he is number one, just because like a lot of the abilities everyone has in these top couple tiers are going to be about the same. But Aokiji is ice,
yeah,
so like yes, so maybe somebody could, like when we get to as that, you can do things like freeze time, but you still can't hurt him because yeah, you want to chop him in half, but his body's ice. All it's going to
yeah,
do is just when time comes back to normal, he's going to turn back to normal. Like he is ice. And
yeah,
and Tony, I
and
know you had mentioned very earlier on in the podcast about, is it going to be how do they stack up against fire users? And he would work a
he
fire
would
user because
he would work
he
any.
barely lost to a magma user, which we know from One Piece is hotter than fire, and would beat fire, so like he wouldn't have a problem against the fire user. So yeah, my man would be the first SSS tier.
Yeah.
He's just
I love Kuzan.
lazy
And then-
justice, baby.
Then his like New World drip, like you can't beat that. You gotta look at the drip too. Like that jacket and that shirt,
My boy's icy.
right?
Yeah.
He has an ice arm now too.
In an ice leg.
What movie was that where he was just like sitting in the hot tub with both the ice things? And
I think that was Stampede.
I just remember
I think that
that
was one.
scene. That was such a random scene to see at PG, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just casually on Blackbeard's crew, by the way, too." But
Speaking of One Piece movies, I need to go back and watch Strong World because the drip they had when they came in there with those guns
with the suits and
and
stuff.
those black suits
Yeah.
could not be beat.
Blasting that bad boy up and give me Nami. Was that to get Nami back?
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was.
Give me Nami back, bro. Oh man. So I want to move on to I guess I'll do Esdeath because I just brought her up. Esdeath from Akame ga Kill. If you haven't seen Akame ga Kill, those of you listening, those of you watching,
go watch it.
please go watch Akame ga Kill. It is fantastic.
24 episodes of just perfection.
Just mwah. She is a ruthless, cold-hearted, literal pun intended, cold-hearted killer, but she's also a beauty and just
She thirsty too, man.
she's
real thirsty.
thirsty.
She's like Juvia thirsty. Like it's
Like-
crazy.
And this makes me think like with her and her justice that who do you think is worse when it comes to absolute justice, her or Akainu? Because at the same time, Akainu's is kind of like this is for justice, for what we call our justice, but Esdeath just kind of does it because it's fun. She don't give a shit. She's just like, I like killing.
So I feel like her justice is a little better than Akainu because Akainu, like, he's like, if you aren't 100% agreeing with what I am saying, you're against me, and is where like to take any of his people down. Like I feel like she has a lot more compassion for those on her team. Well, a
Yeah.
little
No,
more compassion.
But what about
She does-
those you are against though? Because never mind.
yeah.
Both of them will kill anybody who's against them. Never mind. That's really
Yeah, you saw how he was willing to take Whitebeard's life, Ace's life, Luffy's life.
Even
no
as a vice-
hesitation.
even as a
Kobe's
vice
life.
admiral-
Yeah.
Even as a vice admiral, he took out when the Buster call was called and he was allowed. They were allowing the ship to leave O'Hara. Those who weren't scholars, he was like, nope,
Oh,
and blew
yeah,
the whole ship
the
up.
kids and women. He's like, yeah, let me just send a Magnum-Fist right.
He was like,
onto
we can't have the slightest chance of allowing a scholar to escape. Even if there's only one scholar on that ship, everyone dies. And I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Esdeath, I mean, when she was introduced, it was great because she had done
It was.
really cool ice abilities and stuff like that. But she unlocked the next level after she fell in love with Tatsumi, because then he she had him on a chain and like kept him around and everywhere, but he escaped from them at one point. And so in order to prevent anyone from him, she made this ability just for him, to prevent him from ever escaping her again. She created the ability to freeze actual time.
Yeah.
So overpowered.
That's
Another easy yes. This was
Yeah.
another SS. Should be SS. Like, I don't know, her versus Aokiji in like a fan fiction fight would be awesome to see.
It absolutely would.
Ooh, we should like write a letter to those that do death battles and see who would win between Esdeath and Aokiji. I know they did it between
that's why
Esdeath and Gray, and Esdeath won. So
that's why I was saying I think Kuzan would still win, because yes, she could freeze time and she could do all these other things, but her attacks really won't hurt him because he's literally ice.
yeah, and
So you can break
her
him down
using-
all you want to. You can stab through his heart. He's gonna come right back because he's ice. You would just be stabbing ice.
also using ice against him is going to be unfruitful at all.
Yeah. Esdeath absolute S. That's also waifu. I wish I was Tatsumi. um, when she captured him and she was like, he's like, I need to go take a bath. And she was like, okay, go take a shower. And then she was like, oh, I should have joined him. I was like, yeah, you should have. And that should have been me. Yeah.
Should have been me.
Yeah, that's waifu for sure. Last but not least, my favorite character from Bleach. Go ahead, Tuan.
Oh, Hitsugai Toshiro. I was like, he was 10 when he joined, but he's like 10,000. He's like the youngest, but not really.
Oh, Hitsugai is a beast.
When he was first introduced, I think everybody, I don't think there was a single person that was like, oh, I hate this character. Everybody's like, I love him right off the get-go.
Yeah, Captain of the 10th Division. I have his poster on the wall. I mean, a kid in terms of those in Soul Society, but just like he is incredibly powerful, and his ice dragon attacks are always really cool. His ice pillars are cool. Being able to like freeze a lot, and I'll just once again dabble into just a little bit of the 1,000-year war, Blood War arc. When we get this, it was then that they fully showed his Bankai, right, Tawan? Because like we've seen his Bankai. Yeah, we saw his Bankai in the terms of like he had the 3 crystals, and whenever all 3 crystals broke out, it was supposedly that his Bankai was done. But it was 1,000-year. But it was 1,000-year Blood War, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they showed that that's actually not what that means. It means that his Bankai is fully released to the next level, and he becomes like adult Toshiro, and it's just badass.
Easy yes.
Yep. Honestly, I'd probably put him above Esdeath too. But yes, easy yes.
Ooh, what do you think, Matt? Above Esdeath or below Esdeath?
Above Esdeath. I mean, I think it would actually be a closer fight between the two of them than Aokiji versus Esdeath, but I think
also he is like a death god, but below Kuzan in my opinion.
Actually, now that the S is like filled out, I'm liking the list a lot better. And I'm happy with Rukia still being an A.
Top, but she's top of the A, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this.
Because I mean, if we had the SS, I mean, all we would do is move Gray down, be above Rukia and Toto be an S, and the top 3 being SS.
Honestly, I would still keep Toto in A. I would be Rukia and Gray in S, and then Kuzan, Toshiro, and Esdeath would probably be SS.
Yep.
Man, I just love Toto so much. He's one of my. I can't remember if I put him in my top 5 favorite in My Hero or not, but
My Hero characters. Yeah, he's definitely like a top 10 My Hero character, probably like a top 5. When he's not like venting about hating his dad.
Correct.
that gets old.
Where he is now is fine, especially like after Endeavor fought that that enhanced Nomu, and he won in the end, but his face was scarred and messed up. And the first time that he walked in and Shoto was eating and he saw him, he was like, man, that's a nasty scar you got there, and continued to eat his ramen.
It was like, oh, that looks like it hurts.
That shade.
Yeah, the shade that was thrown. Oh man, it was awesome. So yeah, where he's at now, and he's like not forgiven his dad, but it's like accepting his dad and his powers, and like allowing him more in his life and stuff, even to where he went to go work for his dad and all that stuff. Or Endeavor, keeping his dad, which is his dad, but I agree. Shoto's definitely like a top 5 My Hero character at this point. Yeah, guys, what do you think of the list? Think it look good?
I like it. I do like it.
Yeah,
it's like it's actually filled out because the S was like missing some people, but we knew they were going to be up there.
Yeah. For those of you who are just listening to the podcast, I'll do a quick recap of the characters that we have listed. In D tier, we have the Pokemon known as Jinx. More so the biggest gag character on this list, just to put someone on here, another ice user. Then we have Brooke in C. We have Glaceon and Haku in B, but Haku's above Glaceon. Then in A, in order from, worst to best in A, we have Leon, Articuno, Getten from My Hero Academia, Shoto Todoroki, and then Rukia. And then S tier from least to best is Grateful Buster, S Death, Hitsugaya Toshiro, and my boy Kuzan Aokiji.
Solid list.
Mhm.
Very happy with our setup and ranking.
Yeah.
Some really good ice users out there. Not as many as fire, because fire is overused in my opinion, but people love it, so they keep doing it.
There's an entire squad in My Hero and Black Clover where everyone's a fire user, so.
I mean, there's an entire show where everyone is a fire user.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good old Fire Force.
Great show, by the way. But
yeah, fantastic show. Yeah, another good list. I as we talked about before we really started recording, I'm so on ice users. Lightning users are my top, so maybe we'll do a lightning one at some point. But really happy with how this came out. Another great time just talking with you guys and ranking some of these users, seeing where everyone would stack up. I would love to see some of these people fight. Yeah,
I want to see everybody go against Kuzan.
Yeah.
13 against 1.
Well, it would be cool to see Kuzan run the gauntlet. He just runs through all of them, and honestly, I think he get all the way to the top. And if he can go fighting for 10 days, he struggled with Esdeath and Toshiro, but I feel like that would be where he really starts to slow down.
I would see him just kind of walk in, just do an ice time, and then half the list of people are just already taken out because he just froze everybody.
Yeah. He would, and I feel like Gray would put himself in a shell, and Rukia would probably be able to control hit her Bankai depending on how fast she can transform, and that's probably where he would start after ice time.
But yeah, fantastic. After this, that's really weird. I'll cut that out. Any last words, fellas?
No, stay chill.
Stay chill.
Stay frosty, my friends.
Oh my god. Okay, we will redo that. Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, guys, thank you for taking the listen. If you're watching on YouTube at all, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Tell us your thoughts on all of this. Please follow us on our Instagram at The Anime Feast. Follow us on Twitter at The Anime Feast. Our YouTube page is also Anime Feast, so give us a watch, give us a listen. Last words, fellas?
Just leave a comment to who has best, who can actually best Aokiji. That's a ice user. Give us your opinion.
And if you have anyone else to add that you feel like we left off the list, let us know. And as always, stay frosty, my friends.
Peace.
Peace.